There's a 29-year-old woman from California named Brittany Maynard, and she was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of terminal brain cancer. And her doctors told her that she has about 6 months left to live. So this is just an absolute nightmare scenario. A 29-year-old, 6 months left to live. I mean, just soul-crushing and devastating. So her and her family, understandably, are going through quite a bit of grief. So she decided to use her remaining time to stand up for an issue that gets very little attention. Physician-assisted suicide. Her and her family actually moved from California to Oregon because Oregon allows physician-assisted suicide. So that's how much they believe in this and how much they know they want it. So here's a piece of what they said from the Compassion Choices group.
It's in a safe spot, and I know that it's there when I need it. I plan to be surrounded by my immediate family, which is my husband and my mother and my stepfather and my best friend who's also a physician. And probably not much more people. And I will die upstairs in my bedroom that I share with my husband, with my mother and my husband by my side, and pass peacefully with some music that I like in the background.
Between suffering or being allowed to decide when enough is enough, it just, to me, makes provides a lot of relief and comfort that, okay, that option is there if and when we decide or she decides that it's time.
I can't even tell you the amount of relief that it provides me to know that I don't have to die the way that it's been described to me that my brain tumor would take me on its own.
Whew, that's powerful, man. That's powerful. So she has 6 months to live, and she's taking a stand on this issue. She's a hero in my book, that's for sure. Because stop and think about what that's like. It's devastating enough that you're told you have X amount of time left to live, no matter how long it is. It's beyond devastating. And then to be told that there's no out button. There's no tap out. Think of it like an MMA fight. You're in a chokehold or this or that, and you want to tap out, or else your femur's going to snap or something. But there's no tap out. You can't tap out. You can't ever say the pain is getting too bad. I don't want to live anymore. Let me go peacefully with my loved ones around me, and we can have a final moment. The state says, in the overwhelming majority of states in the U.S., they say, no, we're not going to let you do that. We're going to prevent you. Why? I don't know, something. Culture of life, morality, yada, yada. No. You have it exactly backwards. The moral thing to do is to leave the decision to the individuals. It's devastating enough that she's being taken away so early. But to add insult to injury and say, you can't choose and you can't go peacefully, that drives me crazy. Look, I always had this idea that, just to speak selfishly for a second, that I'd like to live 100 years and then be done, but I don't think I'm going to make it to 100 years. Very few people make it to 100 years. But I would also like, even at my age right now, I'd like to know that there's always an out button where I can peacefully, safely go and not have to worry about any pain, I'd like to know that there's an out button there, because that to me is compassion. I mean, we honestly treat our pets with more compassion. I mean, doctors say, veterinarians say, the cat's in too much pain or the dog's in too much pain. They want to die. So here, let's put them to sleep. But we don't do that with humans. It's like, what? We don't feel pain like they... Of course we feel pain! Of course we feel pain! It's insanity. Look, it's a personal freedom choice. Now, is it okay to have some regulations on it? Sure. Like if you want to put age restrictions or you need parental consent for certain age groups or whatever, or you say only if there's a terminal issue at hand. Now, I don't know if I agree with the terminal regulation. Like I think people could be in enough pain and not be terminal where they want to go, and it's not my decision, okay? But we could start there. I'm willing to have a conversation and a debate where you could start out with physician-assisted suicide that's strictly regulated and it has guidelines that are strong. I'm fine with that. Just do it. Just do it, okay? We'll move on later on to being more open-minded in our debate and our discussion and say what the regulation should be and shouldn't be. But to not have it at all in a majority of U.S. states at this point is stupid. It's just stupid. It's just stupid because I know, and I'm sure you guys feel the same, that I can imagine a plethora of circumstances where I'd say, okay, I want to press the out button. Get me out of here. This is too much to go through. And who the fuck are the state to tell me, no, sit there and deal with your pain? Fuck off. So, again, Brittany Maynard is an absolute hero, and this is quite a special thing she's doing, taking a stand given the situation that she's in.